All right, welcome to my channel. This is Sienna Unfiltered Tarot, here with your 2023 predictions. This is a pick a card, so we've got three options: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, with different oracle decks. So you may choose between the Work Your Light Oracle with pile 1 and the Clear Quartz, if she'll focus. So again, pile 1, Work Your Light Oracle, and the Clear Quartz. We have pile 2 with the Smoky Quartz point and the Starseed Oracle. I dropped her, I'm so sorry. And then finally, we have pile 3 from the Rose Oracle and this Gaia Stone. Those are your piles to choose from. I will leave you to it, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you so much for being here. Give this video a like if it resonated. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more pick-a-card readings like this one in the future. Thank you. Toodles! Ciao, ciao for now. Welcome, pile 1, to your 2023 tarot reading. And I picked 3 oracle cards to describe your 2023. So the first one we have is Play. I don't know if that's in focus or not. This gives me Great Gatsby vibes / the Taylor Swift Bejeweled musical video. Okay, so some of you might be going to see Taylor Swift in concert. Give this video a like or let me know down below because I'm going and I'm so excited. Anyways, but it says have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So I think in 2023, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to truly express your inner child. And engaging your inner child, it's associated with play because play is something that we, again, associate with our childhood selves. But I don't know, I think that maybe there were some things that you didn't really get to do as much as you wanted to as a kid. Or maybe there was a skill that you really, really wanted to develop more. This could even be like taking a dance class. So for example, I'm going to use me. I loved dance. I danced for maybe 8 years as a kid, and then I stopped because my mom thought that we were moving. It just I got pulled out of it. But dancing for me is something that reminds me of my inner child. I don't know. I think that you're going to have a lot more fun in 2023. If that hasn't been something you got to experience a lot of in 2022, I think you might be taking a lot more vacations, being a little bit more spontaneous with your energy and your free time, trying new things. So this is play. We have yes. Just say yes. That could be to a wedding proposal. That could be to, taking a trip. This could be also like you changing up your hair or physical appearance in some way. There might have been something that you've always wanted to do. I know that that's super vague, but you'll know what it is. And this could be I'm seeing a lot of mountains in the background. So this could be, taking a trip to Colorado or taking a trip to Joshua Tree or going somewhere with a lot of hiking trails. I really, really like this vibe. I really do. And then we have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Ooh, okay. I like this energy. I like these vibes. So taking the reins, we also have the lions here. So a lot of you, some of you might have Leo energy or you might be attracted to a certain Leo in your life. Some of you might say yes to studying abroad or traveling abroad. I want to get some tarot cards to clarify the energies within these oracle cards, just to give us a little bit more information. Some of you might have a big birthday coming up, like it could be your 30th, your 40th, your 50th. And I know that age is something that our society is turning a new leaf, but I know that a lot of people who have, special birthdays, they look back at the times when they were younger, and maybe there was something that you wanted to do in your 20s or in your teens that maybe your parents said no to. This could also just be like you taking a class or teaching a class, like a yoga class or a dance class. This could also be you celebrating yourself more. Okay, let's get a card. Can you clarify the play? Can you clarify the play card for pile 1 in their 2023? How is play going to affect their 2023? For those of you who are single, you might meet a lover at some sort of club or dance party. We have the 5 of Wands, which is super interesting to me. The 5 of Wands can sometimes talk about artwork and illustration and drawing. So something, again, up in that alley. Others of you might find resonance with a particular competitive sport, such as like karate or jiu-jitsu or fencing. I don't know why these are coming to play. We also have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, I don't know, to me sometimes I get some sort of sports, so like intramural, but also travel with the Page of Wands. Seeking out new experiences, like having some sort of cooking competition, for example. May not be Hell's Kitchen, but like you can make your own Hell's Kitchen at home. Taking more trips, seeing more adventures. This could also, I'm seeing some of you might be either doing a play or you're going to go see a play, professional or community theater. Let's see. Can you clarify the yes card? What is I got like 4 cards. I don't want that many. Pile 1. Can you clarify for pile 1, please? The yes card for pile 1. Okay. Okay, we have the Hangman, okay, for play, or I'm sorry, the yes card. I want that to focus. Hold on. I'm trying not to drop the deck of cards in my hand. So there may have been a decision that you've been in limbo about. Maybe this is you wanting to move somewhere far away from your home state. And a lot of family members and friends are, obviously disappointed to see you go, but some of them might actually be trying to convince you out of this decision. We have the Hierophant in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this also could be you going against the grain of tradition in order to do something that really inspires you and makes you happy. Here, really quick, let's clarify the Priestess card. Can you clarify the Priestess card for my pile 1s? Interesting. We have the 8 of Cups. So this is walking away from something to cultivate a new path, a path that ultimately will lead you to fulfillment and happiness and joy. I want to just, oopsies. It was like I'm trying to make sure all the cards fit in frame. At the bottom of the deck, this is interesting because we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is a student, okay? This is an invitation. Some of you might be going to school for some certification. Like some of you might really want to do something, but you don't have the necessary education to back up your desire. So for example, like some of you might really have a passion for helping others navigate their emotions. So you might want to, go for your master's in clinical mental health counseling. Others of you are taking the lead by saying yes to more independence in your life and less relying on family or your spouse for fiduciary support. It's interesting because we have both of these cards with that feature a background, or like that feature a gray background. And so in the past, I'm sensing that for some, you've been feeling unsure, or you've been feeling at a crossroads. And for some of you, you don't feel like you can enjoy the work that you're doing and also have a leadership position. Some of you guys don't necessarily bet on yourselves or take yourselves seriously. Like with this play card, I think you underestimate yourself a lot of the time. And with this 5 of Wands and the Page of Wands, this is calling you towards self-acceptance and asking you to consider, what if things weren't this difficult? Like, what if this was all in your head? And obviously, when we don't know the outcome, our minds have the free will to conjure up different realities that may or may not be based on truth or fact. And so celebrating the good things, I think gratitude is going to be a major theme for you in the year 2023. Saying yes to the things that truly matter to you, spending time with the people that really that inspire you to take yourself a little bit less seriously. I know I have like 2 Libras that really do that for me. They take my Aries energy down a couple pegs. But we still know how to have a fun time, right? Okay, I'm gonna get I don't know where here they are. Okay. Some of you might be dating again, okay? Some of you might get a proposal because the Hierophant can also talk about marriage sometimes. Let's see messages that are happening. Or I'm sorry, not messages. What's happening in love for my pile 1s in 2023? Now, we have passion, okay? Passion. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It's interesting because we have singing, and I was talking about like Broadway or theater, but I also am seeing that you guys, this is 18 and up. So if you're listening in front of kids, like put on some headphones, go listen to it in another room. But I'm definitely seeing very passionate sex in 2023. So you might be playing with different toys, or you might be trying out different things with a partner, like different positions, or you might even like invite someone new to join in the fun. Obviously, make sure it's all safe and consensual, but I definitely think that you're gonna take a trip on the wild side, okay? Ooh! We also have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this is obviously, for those of you who maybe well, I guess regardless if you're single or if you're with your person, you just might feel a very deep connection. And this might be a relatively new relationship for some of you, and you just feel like this person gets you. And it's almost creepy. Like sometimes you get goosebumps because the things that your person says to you, like it's exactly what you need to hear. And this person makes you feel at ease in the relationship. At the bottom of the deck, we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Some of you might be looking for confirmation, like if this person can have a serious discussion about their emotions or, demonstrate a certain level of emotional maturity. And I definitely think that you're going to find your confirmation in that. I don't think this person is going to disappoint. But I am seeing that you're being called to take the lead. So not being afraid to initiate. Maybe some of you really have this idea to take a trip with this person, or even like I'm seeing like the painting with a twist, or like taking a pottery class, like doing something really, really fun. Maybe you're surprising this person for their birthday, or maybe it's a special anniversary. I don't know. I'm seeing lots of fun in 2023. This connection, if you guys are single and you're meeting somebody in 2023, this could be like you're meeting them at a bar or a club, or you might just like be going dancing with a group of people, and let's say you meet through mutual friends. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of happiness when it comes to your love life, okay? Let's see messages in your career. Messages for career. 2023 career and professional advice. Let's see. Okay, we got one more. Interesting. So the first card that popped out came out face first. We have career change. I'm loving it. So this says you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So following your light. And I think it's interesting that we have like the angel with the light emitting from it. And then we have the light here. We also have light radiating from hands. So working with your hands in some capacity could be very, very fun. I hate now I'm saying the same word over and over, but it could be something that, you find a lot of purpose in, whether it's painting, whether it's jewelry making or sculpting, or I don't know, but just I think you guys feel alive, pile one, when you are creating something new that somebody else can enjoy and put to good use. Let me take a sip of water. Some of you are really interested in interior design. I don't know. Some of you, again, might have to move out of state for this career. I was going to say something else, and then I lost it. I guess if it boomerangs, it boomerangs. Others of you might be planning, like some of you might be saying yes to a proposal, but others of you might be planning, a wedding, okay? Or like some sort of special ceremony, whether it's yours or good friends. I'm definitely seeing that in the cards for you guys. Oh, we have teaching. You inspire young people to learn. Honestly, my partner that I manifested, and I manifested a Leo. It's very funny how, not funny, but like the universe put him in my life, and he's a teacher, and it's one of the things that honestly was a turn on for me, because like anybody who's good with kids, but like my Mr. Marty man, is really good at having these really, deep connections in terms of the conversations he has with his students. And that might be something that you have. You might be a teacher. You might be going into teaching. Some of you might even be like opening up a daycare or something. I don't know. But like, you love to help young kids learn. Some of you might even be like a dance teacher for kids, or like you might teach yoga for kids, or maybe that's something that you've been wanting to do, or you're inspired to do right now as you're listening to me talk. We also have strength. I love that. More Leo energy. It says, everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So taking the leap, not being afraid of the outcome, okay? Following your intuition. Just say yes to the things that light you up, that inspire you to go the distance, okay? Oh my gosh. Some of you might feel also like that you're burnt out at doing the job that you're doing. And so maybe you love teaching, but maybe you're doing teaching in a different way. Okay. Finally, let's get some financial blessings that are coming to the forefront. Some of you might both be teachers, or you might share a similar profession, or some of you might even work at the same place, or do something very, again, similar in terms of your career. Let's see, pile 1, financial blessings. Okay, 3 just came out. 1 fell on the floor. The first one we have is pay yourself first. Here we go. So make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have the savings to invest in your present and in your future. So again, you might be switching up your wardrobe, your hair, but I think you're going to have more money in 2023, pile 1, to spend on yourself and to treat yourself to new experiences that honor this playful energy, but also help you take care of yourself. I'm also seeing like some of you might be having different accounts. So some of you might open up a savings account, some of you might open up a spending account, and then others of you might have just an account for, money that goes towards bills and whatnot. But you might experience some sort of financial increase next year, whether that just be you or it might be for the both of you as a couple, okay? We also have unlimited ideas. I like this energy. I'm gonna let it focus. Okay, it says, your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. I think a lot of the times we don't necessarily see taking a break, going for a walk, as a productive use of our energy, or just going out and getting, a cup of coffee and reading a book at a favorite cafe of yours. But sometimes when we take that inspired action, it actually elevates our third eye and our crown chakra, and we're able to receive creative messages and channeled insights from sources that wouldn't otherwise have been possible. So I really want you to open up that inner child of yours to channel that inspiration, saying yes to opportunities that maybe you wouldn't otherwise take. My camera is going to cut me off, so let me put a pause on her. Okay, pile 1. So we have employment change. Okay, so a career change is definitely on the horizon for you. Your career path is leading you to in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. You might not see the support, but it is with you. Your spiritual team is by your side every step of the way, helping to affirm your desires. And you know what? If a desire comes to you, it's usually a sign that this was meant for you, because ideas that come to you, they're like seeds. It's like the universe is offering you their hands with the seeds in it, and they're like, all right, do you want to plant these or not? Because if you don't, we'll move on. But if you want some, there is more than enough to go around. And this employment change might come unexpected. Maybe you've been thinking about a career change, but you don't necessarily have those plans yet. Or maybe you get let go, or you get fired, or you decide to quit last minute because you just can't take the stress. And then all of a sudden, some sort of inspiration comes to you, and you find this new path towards enlightenment. I'm seeing changes happening in your life for the better, and the universe is just asking you to say yes to them and to trust that your spirit guides are helping you throughout the process, and they're encouraging you to step up and take the lead. And you might not necessarily want to in the beginning, but trust me when I say that your spirit guides have your best interest at heart, even if you don't necessarily know what that is. I want to get the 3 main areas of life that are transforming based on the astro dice. So let's see, we have 8, that is joint finances, that is sex, that is death and rebirth. So Scorpio energy, some of you might have Scorpio as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Or you might have one of those placements in your 8th house. We have 5. It's the house of fun and pleasure. So some of you also might be adapting new hobbies and interests this year based on maybe some of you might be getting into your partner's interests. Maybe some of you are just trying something new together as a couple or by yourself. I'm just throwing what I'm getting out there. And then we have 11. 11 is the house of friendships and also your hopes and dreams, the future, the collective. So I'm definitely with 11, 5, and 8. Oh my gosh, and those are all fixed signs. So saying yes, but also not just to your vision, but to that commitment to get your shit together, okay? Monetarily, if you've been actively trying to manifest money, or you've been actively trying to advance your career, you might be stuck in a professional environment that is limiting in some capacity. And so this the stepping up and lead, take the Priestess card along with the 8 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles might be your calling to go back to school, for example, and to get the certification that you need to get that raise. Some of you might also, I know certain schools will do tuition reimbursement if you're there for long enough, or they might even pay for your master's degree. So some of you might have that kind of opportunity coming to you in 2023. It is allergy season, and I have been, this week, my throat just started hurting out of the blue. So, my bad. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get a crystal that you're going to be working with in 2023 that is going to help make the most. Ah! Okay, I think we have 3 different crystals that fell out. Woo! I take that back. It's 4 different crystals. So pile 2. Let's see what we have here. We have, I hope I'm saying this right, it's called Epidot. It's really, really pretty. It's got different textures on it. It says, what is it? Epidot is a prismatic, earthy green, aluminum silicate mineral. It's the get what you give stone, making good vibes even better. But be warned, if you bring epidote into your world, be ready to bring it. If you're set on wallowing out, keep epidote at a safe distance. Epidot, I don't know. Who needs it? Anyone putting in the work on their self. So that might be a theme, putting in the work, putting in the effort. I just noticed we have 5 here, and then we have the Hierophant, which is also 5. And 5 not only represents the 5th house and creation, but it also talks about changes happening to your drive, to your motivation, to your hopes and dreams, to the way that you see yourself within your career, okay? It says where to put it, stashed away with your existential to-do list, when to use it, when you're looking to kick a bad habit, a bad friend, or a bad mood, when you want to cast a spotlight on your weaknesses so that you can work on them. So doing some sort of shadow work, maybe working on matters like that have to do with why. Like maybe you don't feel like you deserve to pay yourself first. Maybe you give every aspect of yourself away, and then when it truly counts, you don't have anything left in your cup for yourself. And that might be something that has kept you sort of at bay or like stagnant. It says upgrade your version of you. So pile 1, you are entering this 2.0 phase of your life in 2023. We have, I think this is black tourmaline. Yeah, black tourmaline. Grounding black tourmaline is a slightly magnetized, semi-precious gemstone with a reputation for protecting a delicate psyche from a case of the crazies and establishing powerful energetic boundaries between you and all of the zombies out there. Who needs it? Everyone. Where to put it? Beside your doors to keep emotional vampires out, on your person, in your pocket, everywhere. When to use it? Anytime you take public transportation, find yourself in a crowd, or hear that sucking sound of a coworker, family member, malignant demon taking more from you than you are giving back. And that might be a pattern that you see. Again, I said this with the last card, that you give more than you receive. This says protect your light, protect your energies, okay? Exert those boundaries and don't be afraid of what others have to say. Because 9 times out of 10, if you assert a boundary in a very kind, compassionate way and others sort of fall apart and start yelling and screaming, that's not on you. That's on them, okay? So just be mindful of the energy that you're surrounding yourself with. Okay. I like this one. This one kind of looks like a coral reef. I haven't seen this one before. We have vanadinite. Look at, we have playful again. Playful, geometric, and fiery vanadite. I hope I'm saying that right. Vanadinite is a mining byproduct often sourced from America's Southwest. Farms in orange to red hexagonal shaped crystals when lead ore oxidizes. Maybe you're moving to the Southwest. Who needs it? Those lacking self-discipline. Where to put it? Vanadinite has a high lead content, so definitely not in your mouth. Also be wary of children. Some of you who are parents, maybe you have those kids that can't help it but put things in their mouth. When to use it? When it's time to live in the moment. When you're the prime audience for a motivational speech, whether it's hard work, making art, or just a blissed out moment free from the mind's ongoing commentary, an energizing meditation with vanadinite can help knock down whatever stands between you and your happy place. Break through your big blockages. Okay, yes. And you might have to rely on other people, not necessarily to do it for you, but I'm saying relying on other people's energies in the past hasn't necessarily served you well. And so I think you're learning to be a lot more self-sufficient and self-confident and self-assertive in 2023. If you guys felt called to pile 2 as well, there might be other messages in there for you. And finally, we have Emerald. This doesn't necessarily look what I thought. It doesn't look like what I thought Emerald would, but here we are. Okay. It says, one of the 4 precious gemstones, emerald radiates with a wet, lush, verdant energy. Historically, emerald is associated with love, beauty, and sex. So if you're into any of that, you might want to associate yourself with a saturated green gem. Who needs it? Aestheticists, bohemians, Epicureans, transcendentalists. Where to put it? On a chain over your heart, or on a ring at the base of your left thumb, perched atop the Venus Mount. When to use it? When you've temporarily lost the courage to love and be loved. When you're in need of a total refresh, open your heart to limitless possibility with emerald. Point your heart towards grace. Sorry, so cute. I love that message. Grace, give yourself grace, okay? Because, again, nothing worth it is ever effortless, okay? You're going to put in the work, but just know that even if you can't see it yet, other people see this new version of you, this upgraded version, okay? They might not necessarily know how to respond to it, but they see it, okay? So for your last card, I just want to get your biggest transformation this year in 2023. Okay, we have 2 cards. Interesting, because we have Scorpio vibes. I'm getting Scorpio vibes with the Astro dice. And we have rebirth and reinvention. Okay. Sea turtles, turtles in general, or dolphins might have some sort of significance for you. Maybe you're taking a trip with water, or maybe you're going to go see, like you're going whale watching or dolphin sighting. Where is the book that I was reading out of? Because I wanted to see what it had to say. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of my face. Okay. Okay. We're all born, and someday we all die. Along the way, we recreate ourselves either intentionally or through circumstances beyond our control, becoming far different from the children, teens, or young adults we once were. For many of us, finding a new spiritual faith is a kind of rebirth. For some, it's the discovery or acceptance of a different sexuality or gender identity, a change in careers, finding or losing love, becoming a parent, or losing your own. For women, menopause often causes a huge shift in how we see ourselves, and retirement can do that too. Embrace each life-shaking change as it happens, as frightening or unsettling as it may be, and rejoice in your rebirth as a new person with a fresh path before you. Think about all the major shifts your life has taken over the years and how you've changed from where you started out because of them. Are you happy with the person you are now? Put a candle in a cupcake and celebrate. Look at me! Celebrate who you turned out to be. If you're not happy with the person you are now, put that candle in a put that candle in a cupcake anyway. But when you light it, vow to rebirth yourself and become your best possible you. This card is indicating one of 2 things. Either you're in the midst of or just coming out of a big shift, in which case it's time for you to celebrate your rebirth, or you are overdue to reinvent yourself, and this card is a push in that direction. Have you been wavering on a cusp of making a substantive change? This card may be telling you it's time for you to go for it. And then finally we have fire magic. So we have water energy and we have fire energy. Who hasn't been enchanted by the soft glow of candlelight or the cheerful dancing flames of a bonfire? Fire magic is all around us and is perhaps the easiest to integrate into our everyday lives with a touch of kitchen witchery. The element of fire is all about creativity and passion and energy. But just like fire itself, too much of any of these things can burn us up and burn us out. On the other hand, if you're feeling as though your own internal flames are burning low, perhaps you need to add a little fire magic into your life. The simplest way to connect to the magic of fire is to light a candle. This can be anything from the smallest tea light on your altar to a set of beautiful beeswax tapers added to your dining room table. light a candle and send out a prayer, or just sit in meditation for 5 minutes as you watch the flame. Commit to lighting a candle, the same one briefly, or a series of candles that you let burn down until they're gone every night for a month, and see if you don't feel a little bit more in tune with the power of fire. But don't forget to use fire-safe containers and don't leave lit candles unattended, especially around small children or pets. You don't want that power to go up in flames. This card is an obvious message. Time to connect with the magical aspects of fire. If you have a place to do so, light a bonfire and dance around it in celebration of this powerful element. If you can't do that, light a candle or a bunch of candles, or stir up a pot of something magical on the stove. Add some spices for some extra heat. I love that. Okay, so feeling energized within your essence, bringing fire, bringing passion into the situation is going to help light the fire that you need to persevere, okay? This rebirth and reinvention can only come if you recognize the changes that are happening. And sometimes, again, like menopause, we only see that. For some, that's only seen as like the end point. But Spirit is asking you to look at this as a new beginning. Okay, so how can you create a fresh start? And I know that those fresh starts in 2023 usually dwindle after the first 14 days. So make sure that you are staying true to whatever it is that has brought you a considerable amount of passion and flair, okay? Something that calls to your soul, to your inner child, to your being, okay? I'm so excited for you, Pile 1. I'm so excited. I'm sort of feeling called to do this for you to close it out. I know I said that those are the last cards I lied. I'm just going to get any last messages from the Secret Garden deck. I had 2 come out. We have success. Bloom where you are planted. Okay? You may not be able to change that situation, but finding success in the growth that you make, whatever that is for you. We also have persevere, leave no stone unturned. I think whatever it is that you have your heart set on to accomplish in 2023 will indeed be a success. And even when it doesn't, keep in mind that perseverance, that persistence is going to get you over those humps, okay? Let's see if there's any last messages for you, Pile 1. Any last messages for 2023 that Pile 1 needs to be aware of. We have, I love this one. I love this one so much. Okay, we have serenity. Value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. Finding that inner calm, okay? Maybe treat yourself to some candles, okay? Maybe take a bath, okay? Light some incense. Just set the tone, set the vibe. Even if it's like you needing to sit down and write something or, complete a task, like making sure that your environment is setting you up for success. Cultivating some sort of morning routine or evening routine to summon that inner serenity inside. So anyways, that is all I had for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. Give this video a like if it resonated, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more pick a card readings like this one. All right, toodles! Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I decided to do your video first. So the first card we have for your 2023 is You Got the Love with Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So this card, You Got the Love, is one that is telling me you're going to have a lot of depth in your relationships when it comes to 2023. you might be working with a therapist or just reading up on and learning more about how you can assert yourself and protect your boundaries and your energy, and truly evaluating codependent patterns, okay? Now, Hadarian energy, I actually went and looked this up because, I don't know, I like to get all the answers for you guys. So Hadarian refers to a type of starseed that originates from the 3-star system. There's an Alpha and a Beta Centaurus, and it's a triple star system with the Beta stars having Hadar and Agena, if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please give me some grace in that department. But these star seeds, or if you don't know what star seeds are, this is where your soul originated from. And then you were, your soul was incarnated on Earth. So these are the rarest form of star seeds. And physical features depends on the region that you were born in, but having no to very little hair is a sign that some of you might have Hadarian starseed energy within you. Elongated heads or like oval-faced shapes, lighter in skin tone, different colors in each eye. There is a deep love and appreciation for nature and all living things. It's not uncommon to be very in tune with your intuition and your emotions. You have a passion or a love to heal others, and you might be venturing into new ways of healing in the year 2023. There's a love for adventure and exploration. So maybe trips that you've always, or that you've been wanting to take in the last, 3 to 5 years. Maybe you've been saving up for something that, you want to execute in 2023. Hadarian starseeds are actually the rarest starseeds. They're very confident in their abilities. They are empaths, highly creative, very strong sense of humor. They can be spontaneous, a little impatient, and they don't like to be pushed to your limits. So I think you're really going to start asserting your boundaries, especially when it comes to your professional life and your career, because it seems to me that you are done being taken advantage of. And maybe you've been working at a place that doesn't truly respect your boundaries. Okay, so we have, you got the love. You're going to be surrounding yourself with people that truly love you and that you feel inspired by. So this could also mean leaving certain friendships and forming new ones. We also have lifting the veil, unlifting. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So there's going to be a lot of revelations for you in 2023, pile 2, that is going to inspire you to take action. That's more so aligned with authenticity. And I'm just going to get the last card. Ooh, we've got Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards wild card. So I think I did say, more travel and spontaneity in your life. Whenever I see this card, I think of Aladdin when he takes her to his room or to his house, his living situation, and he pulls open the curtain and you see just the view of Agrabah. That's what this kind of reminds me of. Anything unaligned must go. So again, relationships, habits, material things. I have a feeling that you're going to, some of you in pile 2 who are watching this are going to kind of go through a minimalist, I don't want to say phase, but you're definitely learning how to detach so much meaning from material possessions. Some of you even might be moving to a place where you feel more inspired to create and to do you. And when I say move, like some of you might be taking drastic steps. So jumping into the unknown and maybe moving somewhere farther away than you thought. In Australia, there is a culture that believed Hadarian starseeds originated from sharks. So like somewhere with water, or maybe some of you are even going to somewhere that has a lot of wildlife. I don't know. Let's see. I am missing my other 2 astro dice, and I traveled and I took them, and I can't for the life of me find the other 2. But what area of life is going to change for you the most in 2023? Pile 2, we have 9. 9 is the house of Jupiter. It is of expansion. So some of you might be going back to school, or just learning a lot more about one particular area that interests you. I'm definitely seeing travel here, philosophy. Sometimes the 9th house can have to do with the law and beliefs surrounding what is right. So, your values might start to shift in a different direction. And I think for a lot of you, you have a history of people-pleasing, pile 2. And that ends in 2023. Okay, 2023 reduces to 7. And 7 is all about analysis and sifting out what's real versus what's all in your head. And I think a lot of it is going to be like lifting the bullshit away from what people are telling you and really deciding to do you. I think a lot of people, they have your best interest at heart, but they also have a habit of asserting their own agenda on you. And I think in the past, you've just sort of followed suit with what others expect of you, or from what what others want from you. And I think this line in the sand is being drawn in 2023, and you are beginning to make your own decisions. And this, for example, could be a career for some of you that your parents really wanted you to do. And now that you're in it, it's not what you thought it was going to be. I'm bringing my cart of tarot cards over. So if you heard that, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to go in with, I haven't used the Luna Soul Tarot, so I think we're going to go into that today. But yeah, you have love all around you. Some of you might be making an announcement. Some of you might be coming out and embracing your sexuality, your gender identity. And some of you, honestly, I think might be afraid a little bit to open up to how you truly feel because you're afraid of what the other person thinks. For others of you, you might be leaving an existing relationship. This could be romantic or otherwise, but maybe you just feel like you and this person have unreconcilable differences, and time hasn't really healed anything. It hasn't really changed anything. And even though that might mean venturing into the unknown, you're more willing to take that chance than to stay where you are. And change, I think, comes a little bit more difficult to you, Pile 2, because you like to plant your roots and then just grow. And sometimes, 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 like, I think this relationship or whatever this is, whether this be a job that is not satisfying, a relationship that is not meeting your needs, it was much better in your head than it is actually. And I think that you have been thinking about stepping away for a while now, and you're working towards letting go and releasing this residual guilt. Okay, can you clarify the love card, the first card? We're going to clarify these three. These, my goodness, I haven't shuffled this, or I haven't used this deck in a minute, and the cards are slipping and sliding. So maybe this 2022 is a little bit of a slippery slope. You didn't achieve or accomplish nearly as much as you wanted to in 2022, and I believe that is changing for the better. We have two cards that popped out. Interesting. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So you might have, I apologize, it wasn't this order, but yeah, you have definitely felt stuck in some way or another. And I think this is you feeling guilty, honestly, about walking away. Some of you you're so consumed with hurting the other person's feelings that you're not putting your own first. And this, again, doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be, this could even be like with you and your higher self. This could be a relationship with a sibling or a friend of yours or even a parent. They're making it really hard for you to say no to things. And I think there's almost a double standard when it comes to you and this person. It feels like when they say they're going to do something, it's all talk, or they take their sweet time with it, or they do a half-assed job. Whereas as when you say you're going to do something, you actually follow through. And it's been gnawing at you, this feeling of wanting to speak up and wanting to say something, because I think it almost feels like they put you in a corner. I'm thinking of what is it? It's the Dirty Dancing movie. Maybe there's a message in there for you. Yeah, we definitely have the Lovers here on the bottom of the deck. So I'm thinking that this has to do with a partner or with even maybe with an ex that has been in and out of your life. This could also be you don't necessarily know what you want in a relationship, and you're sticking in the existing one to avoid putting yourself out there. Honestly, some of you might be parents, or like you might be new parents, or you might be finding out about a pregnancy. This could be unexpected, and this might not even apply for all of you. I don't want you to like get freaked out, but oftentimes when something like that hits the fan, a lot of overwhelm hits, because all of a sudden, like this isn't like a dog that you're bringing into the house. This is a full-fledged human being. And so a lot of uncertainty and maybe thoughts that weren't necessarily at the forefront before are now going to take center stage in 2023. And so like perhaps there are certain events, certain behaviors that you no longer want to see within your family unit, or within your relationship or within your household, etc. And it's a lot harder for you to speak up because you don't know how it's going to be received. I don't know if any of this is making sense. Let's clarify the second card, lifting the veil. Interesting. Yep, we have the World card. So World is Saturn energy. Okay, we also have the fixed signs highlighted. So you could have a lot of strong fixed energies, so Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, or this is just a sign of completion. And honestly, I think for some of you, you have seen this relationship in full circle, and others of you, like, you've seen it just repeat itself and repeat itself and repeat itself, and you're questioning, like, where is this coming from? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is all about perseverance and not necessarily backing down even though things get harder. And we have the mountains in the background here, and honestly, mountains are a big part of imagery in tarot, and so I did look it up at one point, and mountains are a result of the earth like pushing against each other. But what's really cool is that they don't stop. So like technically Mount Everest grows like 1 millimeter every year, and sometimes that quiet growth is what propels the more obvious kind, if that makes sense. Let's confirm, or let's clarify the portal card, and then we'll get some more oracle cards to confirm. So what does portal have to do with pile 2's 2023? There is reward, and we have the world card that talks about completion and starting a new cycle. So maybe some of you might be graduating, because we did have that 9 as well. So some of you might be even like taking a bar exam or taking some sort of certification, or, you know, like needing to renew some sort of licensure professionally. With the portal card, we have the Page of Wands, which in my opinion is very fitting, because the Page of Wands is all about spontaneity. It's all about a deeper longing for something more. And you might not be getting that in your current situation. We also have the Two of Discs. And this talks about your finances. This talks about balance. And it's interesting because the Page of Wands is walking on fire. You have a very tough skin, pile 2. And that has served you well over the course of your lifetime. But you haven't seen it that way because you might still feel stuck in a loop. Because, like, honestly, like the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles, it's almost like a cycle that you haven't been able to break free from until now. And maybe you've had to deepen this Queen of Cups energy because emotionally you have healed a lot of childhood trauma. And it hasn't been easy either. I want to get a couple cards to clarify different things happening in your life. Within 2023, my camera's going to cut me off though, so let me reset. Here we are. Anywho, yes. Queen of Cups to me also indicates maturity. So a new perspective, like you're able to see the ebbs and flows, and you're able to make these observations without getting super emotionally swayed by outcomes. Pile 2, 2023. Can you clarify what is happening in love? Pile 2, 2023. I'm going to get a couple cards. Yep. This is not surprising. So we have pay attention to red flags. It says the signs are cautioning you. So this again reminds me of the 8 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And you might have noticed red flags before, but you've been brushing them off. And in my opinion, you might notice how other people are in relationships, and you can't help but want that for yourself. But if you keep ignoring the signs or you keep brushing the signs off, you're not going to ultimately see change happen. Okay? And the thing is even if you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, ultimately you're doing a disservice to yourself first and foremost. So keep that in mind. Some of you might see a counselor for your relationship because it feels like other people are trying to get involved between the two of you, but it doesn't feel like it's helping. It just feels like meddling. We have finances and career. So financial issues are a factor right now in your love life. In 2023, you guys are working with your partners to accomplish some sort of goal. Okay? So whether this is you just feeling more financially stable with your partner and even noticing the red flags within your relationship. So maybe for some of you, maybe one or both of you in the relationship really like to do retail therapy and you feel better when you go shopping. But that short-term gratification doesn't necessarily, especially like over time, doesn't necessarily contribute to longer-term financial goals. I'm also seeing that for some of you, you might be investing in some sort of property together. Or you're going to be moving. And so you're going to need the money set aside. An open conversation around your finances, both as individuals and as a couple, is going to help you. So I would highly suggest in the beginning of the year going through you and your partner's top 10 goals and assessing where you are now and where you want to be in the next 12 months. Because it almost feels like this finances and career has been debilitating the connection. And financial strain is very hard on a relationship. It definitely takes a toll, especially when there's an income disparity, if one person is making significantly more than the other, or maybe one of you has been unemployed for an extended period of time. So trying to make money, possibly you guys are working together on a project to allow more income to flow into the household. But working together to find solutions. And if you can't find solutions, or if the person is uncompromising or not willing to make changes for the better, you might want to rethink that relationship. I'm not saying that all of you are going to go through a breakup, but it just feels like you've had this feeling as if your hands were tied for so long that you don't know what this feeling feels like, which is really sad because you deserve to have that happiness in a relationship. It doesn't feel, for those of you who are who are in a relationship, that you and your partner are not, are on the same page in terms of communication, because the Eight of Swords is Jupiter in Gemini, and Gemini, it's interesting because it's the twins, right? And so I think there's two distinctly different directions that you guys are that this person is going in. And for example, if you keep telling yourself that you're not capable of success, eventually you're going to believe it, okay? Your subconscious SpongeBob is going to tell you that you are not capable. So overcoming these self-limiting beliefs and acknowledging that these self-limiting beliefs are holding not only you back, but they're also prolonging this disservice that ultimately debilitate, and weaken that connection with you and your partner. Yeah. Be cautious, be wary, be mindful about how you spend your time. Again, both together and as a couple. Oh, my battery is actually gonna die, so give me some time. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, pile 2. I want to get some additional insight into career and financial blessings coming your way in 2023. You also, again, might be venturing into a career change, or maybe you've thought about it in 2022, but you haven't necessarily taken the action to, to get yourself and actually like make the change out of fear. So let's get some cards to give us some insight into career aspirations. Okay. I've got 4 here. The first one we have is crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Some of you might be opening up your own Etsy shop and selling crystals or some sort of crystal jewelry. Others of you are just working with crystals in terms of like choosing ones that enhance productivity, or you're getting some crystals to keep around your workspace to help inspire new ideas and creativity and channel that focus. So I will get a crystal card to get you the energies of the crystals that you need to be working with in 2023. We also have trust, and I think that has been a big thing that's been holding you back, is a lack of trust in yourself. So, and maybe, you wanting to know the outcome, whether that's like how much money you're going to be making, or what exactly you're going to be doing. And maybe this is your sign that maybe you need to leave the job that you're in order to find an opportunity that allows you to make more decisions or have more of a say in the creative process. But it says trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. And maybe a lot of you don't necessarily see that as a valid statement because, feelings and dreams don't pay the bills. But there's also that sailing. Maybe some of you want to take a trip on a boat or something. But there's that saying that follow your passion and the money will follow. And I think a lot of you have listened to other people telling you, no, you can't do this, or how would you think that's a legitimate career path? Like, I think so many people have told you no, that you've just believed that you're going to have to be stuck in this corner. You're going to have to be stuck in this dead-end job that doesn't necessarily give you that full satisfaction. And it could also be that because if there's, financial strain happening in the relationship, you're not obviously going to feel secure to take that risk. And so with that portal card that we saw in the beginning, and it's saying like it's a wild card, you're definitely going to be taking more professional risks in 2023, pile 2. Whether that be starting your own business or even just starting a side hustle, and maybe that side hustle turns into your primary source of income at some point in 2023. Obviously, you need to put in that hard work and dedication and consistency. But I'm very confident that you guys are turning a new leaf in 2023, and you're really stepping into yourself and your true colors, because I don't know why this is coming to me, but okay, so a rainbow, and we know all the colors of the rainbow, but what if your rainbow isn't the same as somebody else's? And what if what you're doing now doesn't allow you to reign your rainbow? Okay? Like, if you had the opportunity to do something that truly captivated your soul and it didn't necessarily feel like work, I think that is a part of you that just doesn't, you don't acknowledge that. I think there's a lot of you who feel like you really have to suffer and you really have to work those painstakingly long hours in order to make a living wage or to support the lifestyle that you really want. And that is so far from the truth. And a lot of that comes from our money mindset. So if you would like to see a reading all about your financial blocks and how you can alter the narrative to a more empowering one to heal those money blocks, let me know. Give this video a like. We also have Speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So public speaking, or even just sharing your knowledge on a platform like YouTube or TikTok, or, you know, like I know some people get thrown off by the term influencer, but I definitely think that you have a very strong influence when it comes to your peers. And with this World card, like all eyes are on this person with, like, in the center. And I think you inspire people to take action, or you inspire people to step into their power. And you have a vision for others that maybe, like, they don't necessarily believe in themselves. So some of you also might get into like life coaching or teaching a course, or, you know, just anything that's allows you to share your knowledge with the world and helping inspire others to be themselves. Finally, we have author. Oh my gosh, I like this. I like this energy a lot. So you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So again, I think you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom based on the experiences that you've had. Maybe this is a book all about broken relationships or healing family trauma. This could even be a fictional book. You know, and you being really great at world building. Let's get... The world also indicates travel. So some of you might even be studying abroad, for those of you who are in school, or like you're taking some sort of spiritual retreat or some sort of professional retreat in a different place. Okay, now I'm getting wealth and abundance messages, financial blessings for my pile twos in 2023. Okay, we had a couple cards pop out. We have obstacles and blocks are lifted. So this kind of reminds me of like this Eight of Swords energy and the Queen of Cups. Like the Queen of Cups, she's harnessed and experienced enough to know that no matter what happens, everything is going to be okay. And everything happens for a reason. It says all your good personal work and your positive energy shift your positive energy shift have overcome your previous blocks are lifted away. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement within your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. There's also this person with an angel, and they have a sword and a shield. And so balancing, again, that gratitude and receptivity to abundance with actual action that is proactive towards your goals. So in 2023, a lot of these blocks that you have been facing in terms of your finances are going to be lifted away. Maybe you get a sudden, unexpected source of income. Others, like some of you might get lucky and win the lottery or something. Like you, even if it's a small amount, like maybe it's not like in the millions, but like it's something. But others of you, I think this is you having actively have been working on something, and this a lot has to do with trust in yourself to make the right decision moving forward. We also have positivity, faith, and optimism. So this reminds me of the Strength card. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative vibes or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So gratitude, faith, and optimism are going to help you, and scripting might be a way for you to channel those positive vibes into a vision to amplify your manifestations in the eyes of your subconscious, because your subconscious does not know the difference between something that you visualize and something that actually happens. I'm so excited for you guys, pile 2. I think you're going to receive a lot of unexpected blessings and in 2023. It's not that you haven't put in the work. Like, this isn't just like money falling from the sky. What I'm saying is, maybe you've been worrying a lot about the state of your finances. Maybe there are things that are happening in your life that require you to have a bigger, or a bigger paycheck or more sources of income. And I truly think that if you've been having issues manifesting money in the past, that is about to change for you. Okay? I am seeing something happening in the first 3 months of the year. Some sort of change is happening. I told you I wanted to get a crystal card. Just close off your reading. So these are going to be crystal or crystals, whatever card or cards come out that you're going to be working with in 2023. Oh, see? So the crystal that you're going to be working with, I'm going to get one more. I'm going to give you guys some options. Okay. I actually really like these two that came out. I actually have the goosies. Okay, so the first one that came out is Tiger's Eye. So this says, Tiger Eye is I always thought it was Tiger's Eye. Tiger Eye is a gold-brown quartz displaying a light-reflecting optical phenomenon known as cadiance. That is so bad. Or cat's eye that appears just below the stone surface. Who needs it? The currently overthinking and mood swinging. Geminis, Virgos. Where to put it? In a string of prayer beads hanging from your middle finger, counted during meditation along with your blessings. When to use it? When your thoughts are not your friends. When reading Jungian, it's Carl Jung's theories, or attempting to decipher a Zen cone. When you're all roar and not enough purr. When only equanimity of mind, body, spirit, left brain, and right brain can get you square with the universe. This is balance your whole being. So balancing your actions and your thoughts. Balancing, and this is also with the Two of Discs, balancing saving and spending. Balancing your needs and your desires, balancing your priorities and leisurely time, not burning yourself out to the bone. We also have selenite. Selenite is actually one of my favorite crystals of all time. Selenite is a form of, is it gypsum? With a calm, cool, and collected vibe. If I'm pronouncing any of these words wrong, I am terribly sorry. Who needs it? Healers, believers, the currently cleansing, juice, technology, etc. Where to put it? Wherever you want the slate wiped clean. Your bedside table after a brutal work week, or around your apartment after somebody extra shady visits. When to use it? When you move into a new space and want any lingering bad juju to vamoose. When you pray to the gods and goddesses above. When you've been working with crystals and want to clear away energy that you've picked up in the process, give them a gentle tap with selenite. Clear your path to enlightenment. A lot of revelations are coming to you in 2023, whether those are ones that you learn or ones that others give to you. So I'm seeing a lot of growth here in 2023. You guys are planting the roots for future success, and I am just so excited. I want to get one more card to close out your reading. And this is just the this is how you're transforming in 2023. So, or like the biggest transformation that you're going to see in 2023. 2023 for pile 2. Transformation. We have 2 cards that want to pop out and say hello. We have give in to your passions. I love this energy. We have butterflies again. So butterflies might be a significant sign, but butterflies also are all about metamorphosis and change and growth and process. We also have music. Some of you might be into musicians, and some of you might have a passion for music that you've sort of had to push under the rug. We also, this is just giving me fire element energy. So some of you might have fire signs or might have a lot of fire in your big 3. We also have strength and resilience. So this is standing your ground and really defending your beliefs. This is like there's wind here, right? These are like the winds of change, but you're not backing down. So other people might try to get you to change or compromise on beliefs that you don't necessarily want to invest your energies in. And so this is all about you, again, asserting your boundaries and summoning that inner strength that has gotten you through tough times before. Some of you need to find that strength. And so you might be taking a solo trip, or you might be daring yourself to do the thing that you've always been saying you're going to do. This is also giving me like the vibe of subtle growth, where you're not necessarily telling anybody what you're working on, but you are standing your ground nonetheless. I'm actually going to see if there's anything that I was missing from the book. I'm pretty sure when I first saw that strength and resilience card, I thought that was air energy, but it's actually earth. Okay, so we have strength means different things at different points of our lives. Sometimes it means having the physical strength to run marathons, climb mountains, or dance until the wee hours of the morning. Sometimes it means having the emotional strength to triumph over adversity. We can't all be Superman and leap tall buildings in a single bound, but we can be strong in the ways that are important. Sometimes strength is less about muscles and more about willpower. Action. Do something that challenges you, something that calls you on just a little more, calls just a little bit more strength than you think you have. Walk a little further than usual. Stand up to a bully. Give up an addiction. Be strong. You can do it. And that's having faith in yourself to stand strong, okay? And you might not feel it at times, okay? But I don't know. The Anti-Hero song by Taylor Swift is coming to mind. Again, like you might not feel like the hero all the time, but just know that when you put your foot on the brakes, it is for a reason. And you might dismiss your gut, but I think your spirit guides in the universe are telling you to listen. Listen to it this year. Trust yourself. This card is telling you one of 2 things, or maybe both. If you wanted to know if you should or could do something, the answer is yes. You have the strength and ability to succeed. If you just pulled a card for general information or inspiration, then this card is telling you that you are stronger than you think. Take heart. Okay, I'm going to look into the other one now. Okay, get into your passion. There are times in life when the best thing you can do is just give into your passion, whether it is the fire of a new relationship, the excitement of creating art, or simply the joy of spending a day on the beach under the heat of the sun. It can be good for you to let yourself go and just be. As long as whatever you are passionate about is a positive force in your life, love or creativity, or just plain fun, it's important to occasionally stop worrying about being practical and simply follow your bliss, excuse me. Do something today that gives you that burst of energy and satisfaction. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you are doing something that sparks that fire in your spirit. If you love to cook or bake, do that. If you're a creative person, work on your art, writing, or whatever it is that you get the most pleasure out of creating. And we have the author card. Does helping other people bring you that feeling? How about digging in the dirt in your garden or flower bed? Do that, even if it's only for an hour, half an hour, if that's all you have to spend. Or, you know, there's always there's always sex. That counts as passion too, as long as you're doing it with the right person for the right reasons. Light a fire in your body, mind, and soul, and revel in the gifts of the element of fire. This card is probably telling you that you are working too hard and playing too little. Are you putting aside enough time to do the things that you are passionate about? Have you even allowed yourself to consider what those things might be? If the answer to either or both of those questions is no, you may want to consider giving into your passion. Remember that we all draw energy from the well of our spirit. If you don't occasionally do something to replenish that well, sooner or later you will come up empty. It may seem frivolous to spend time doing things you love just because you love them, but life can't only be about doing what's necessary and practical. Leave space for the passions of the heart. Make time for the people and activities that bring you joy, and all the other aspects of your life will benefit. Pile 2, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more pick-a-card readings like this one. Toodles! Okay, pile 3, welcome to your 2023 tarot reading. So let's get into, I drew 3 oracle cards to get sort of a rundown of your 2023. We have the Thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. I definitely heard that something, so a job or someone, has been a thorn in your side for quite some time. So that might be something that you're going to be dealing with pretty early on in 2023. Or at some point in 2023, you're going to have to exercise that clear communication in order to get out of something that is prolongingly painful. Next, we have, it was this one I think that was drawn first. We have held. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Intriguing. I think part of you might actually be feeling excluded from a community, or there's just this desire to feel more welcome. I don't know. There's something about your community that might be changing, and you might, to an extent, feel uncertain about what it is that this new community, this new change will bring you. And just know that your spirit guides have your back every step of the way. All right, and then we have release the petals. Ooh. Okay, so this says transformation, death, and rebirth, shedding all change. So this is something that's big. Okay, now this could be a breakup. This could be dealing with a career or an environment, whether that be a home, whether that be, again, your professional space, whether that be a friend group that you just feel has been draining your energy. The feeling of being held is supported, right? And that you feel supported even when you're not able to support other people. But I feel like there have been people in your life that you continue to keep in. I think more so out of fear of what life would be like without them. It's almost like, it honestly also feels like we have shedding here and we have protection. I don't know. Let me get some tarot cards because I want some further clarity on this. Can you clarify the thorn, please? What does the thorn say about pile 1 pile 3's 2023. Maybe there's a message in there for you. Interesting, we have the sun, the dawn of a new day. Celebrating your freedom and your liberation from something. See the card at the bottom of the deck. What the frick? Sorry, we have the moon. I love it when those synchronicities happen. So something that maybe perhaps was once uncertain is now clear to you. So in 2023, essentially, the universe is asking you to protect your light. There, as much as you want to hope and assume the best in people, others just, like, there's other people in your life that, it's not that they don't want you to succeed, but they also don't want you to expand because that means you leaving them. And you might not realize that they're like actively putting these thorns into your crown. Can you clarify held? Some of you might be feeling homesick or a longing for a home. Okay, let's see what this one is. Yeah, 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is all about trust and support. I don't know if you can see that in terms of lighting, but she's got this sword raised upwards, and all the other swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all pointing directly at her. And then she's got one, it almost feels like this thorn that she's wearing. This is your inner child here. There has been, like, I am feeling, the more I am channeling this energy, it's like this tightness in my chest. And you have so much love to give, pile 3. I don't think that, oh gosh, okay. Yeah, and we have the 2 of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I just think that you might not see this coming. You might not plan for this to happen, but I'm seeing that there's somebody that you trust that might potentially hurt you in 2023. This might be someone you're planning some sort of future with, whether that be personal or professional. Hold on, I want you to be able to see. I'm going to get deeper into this. Let me just get the last tarot cards we have. Release the petals. Can you clarify release the petals, please? But obviously the 5 of Swords is a very powerful and aggressive card. And the 6 of Swords is sort of picking up and dealing with that aftermath. Can you clarify release the petals? Can you clarify release the petals? We have, okay, we have the High Priestess. We got another card that came out. Oh, we have the High Priestess and the Lovers. Okay, so okay, yeah. The High Priestess with the Lovers could also be, yeah, and we have the 6 of Pentacles as well. So this could be financial fears and limiting beliefs. This could also be infidelity that you don't necessarily find out about until it's too late. And I only say that because the High Priestess can sometimes denote secrets. And we also have the Moon, which is all about uncertainty. So that's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubbles here, okay? And if it doesn't resonate with you, because again, in tarot is not 110% concrete. And I'm just saying this because I know what it feels like. I honestly got into tarot because my previous relationship before my married man dealt with infidelity. And I was so far up in denial. I didn't want to believe it was happening, but I was also so afraid to let go that I was willing to stay in the relationship, and I was willing to do anything in my power to make it work. And I think similar to myself, Pile 3, you want this love so much from this other person that you're willing to sacrifice anything, even if it's your own happiness. Pile 3, 2023 is about you rising up and truly embracing the power that you have. For those of you who are not in a relationship, or, just other general messages, because obviously this isn't a personal reading. I do have personal readings on my Etsy that I will leave a link for down below. But, so keep what resonates and leave what does not. Your willpower is going to be tested, Pile 3, and your stamina is going to feel, it's going to be strong. Let me see. What 3 areas in your life are transforming? 5 is the house of fun and dating. Okay, it's also the house of creation. So you also might have had problems conceiving. And it has been taking a toll, not only on your relationship, but on your mental health as well. And there's options. I don't like to give these types of predictions because I don't like to feel like I don't want to put false hope. But we do have 6, and we have 6, and we have the sun. And the sun is always a positive card. We also have the moon and the high priestess, which both represent archetypes of the divine feminine. Okay? So it is possible that some of you will find yourselves conceiving or announcing a pregnancy or even planning the next steps. Some of you might be taking a very proactive approach, because I know sometimes pregnancy can be a very unexpected thing. And then, especially like if it's meant to be and you both want, but it might not necessarily be planned. Some of you might just be taking active steps and exercise, again, implementing stronger communication skills within your relationships, specifically within your friendships as well. The 5th house also deals with pleasuring yourself, okay? Entertainment, sex, creativity, creation, procreation, recreation. So your hobbies might also expand. And you might start to value different things. You might be looking into different ways to express yourself creatively. Because we do have the Lovers, and the Lovers also talks about, or it's also represented by Gemini, which is the twins. I'm also seeing some of you might learn how to not expect so much of others, Pile 3. Let's see. Oh my gosh, and 5 is also the sun card. The sun is the ruler of Leo. Let's see. Ooh, we have 10. It's intriguing because 5 and 10, to me, like whenever I see the 5th house, I think of Mufasa from The Lion King. And the 10 is also an archetype that rules the father, okay? Some say the mother is also correlated with the 10th house as well, but this is all about your public image, your profession, your exposure, career, reputation. All of that might be something that you're thinking about, how you're going to create a legacy for yourself. What thumbprint do you want to leave on the planet? You might have some sort of career promotion. The Six of Swords, let's see, with the last house that's taking. Ooh, 9. So the 9th house is Sagittarius vibes, and it's all about, spirituality, higher education, study, worldviews, journeys, publishing. Some of you might be publishing your own book, or you might be working on writing a book. Some of you might even be applying to go back to school. Let me see. Let's get a career card here. It is also, because 9 is also, like, its opposite is Gemini, and Gemini is all about learning. And to me, Sagittarian energy is all about mastering a skill, mastering the art of something. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have teaching. You inspire young people to learn. You could also be creating content for young individuals. Some of you might be like speech language pathologists, or some of you just might work in a school environment in general. But you thrive when you see children grasp concepts. I don't know, there's just this innate excitement that you have to share with young minds around you. We have look at that, we have school. As I was like picking up the card, I like saw somebody getting their doctorate or giving their dissertation. So that could be very possible. Some of you could be planning for that. This answer involves you going back to school. And this could even be like just taking classes at a community college, or, you know, getting some sort of certification in something, or taking some courses on Udemy, Skillshare, anything like that. And especially around the new year, if you can, literally the YouTubers that are sponsored, they give away like a month for free, you know, like, or 2 months for free sometimes. So like taking advantage of those deals to help you absorb that knowledge in a different way. Interesting, we have artist as well. I'm sorry if that's crooked, by the way. Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of life. Some of you might be interested in art therapy, or being an art teacher, or just enriching the minds of young children through creativity. You have healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Some of you might be going into the healthcare profession. Some of you might even, be going into psychology, or like mental health counseling, or veterinary medicine for some of you. Others of you could be like pet psychics or animal activists. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. Also, some of you could be getting a pet, or you could be volunteering with service animals, or fostering kittens or something. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Some of you might even like be professors, or be teaching a class to older kids about younger kids. I don't know. We also have at the bottom of the deck, we have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. I really like that. So a lot of you, there's a lot of different paths that you can go. And I think that honestly, your spirit guides are pointing, like, this is the most career cards that I gave for the readings. And if you want like a career specific reading, let me know down below in the comments if that would be something that you're interested in. But I will say that you guys have been putting off something that your soul really wants you to pursue. And there might be elements of all of these cards that fall into the purpose that your soul is calling you towards in 2023. So just know that you're going to be some busy bees next year. Okay, I want to get a love reading or some, oopsie, no, I dropped some cards and they're like farther away than I would like. Where's the other one? Dios mío, no me piace. Come on, I know there was another card. Okay. Oh, I found it. Okay. If I didn't find it, like now, I probably would have forgot. So. I also heard homeschooling. So some of you who have kids might be thinking about homeschooling or just like doing different things with your kids at home in general. Excuse me. Okay, so we have codependency, and this is where those boundaries come in. I just saw 2022, 2023. So there may have been some codependent patterns. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. You might be, again, afraid to stand on your own 2 feet. And that might be something that, you need to explore in therapy. Or even just journaling about it, reading about it, learning more about where these codependent, or this codependency originated. We also have, we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Some of you guys just might have a lot of stuff to do. And I think some of you just both might be very consumed by social media. And that might be, something that you want to think about. Maybe going on a couples retreat or a double date trip. I don't know. There's something that you guys are going to be doing where you're going to be going away, taking a trip as a couple, but it's going to be a little bit more meaningful than just, going away for the weekend. And if any of this comes true, please come back and let me know in the comments below, because I love to hear when people tell me that my readings came true for them. It makes me really happy. Yeah, we have release your ex. Some of you might still be hung up on an ex, or an ex might be hung up on you in 2023. The time has come to clear your energy. So maybe doing some sort of releasing ritual, whether that be burning things of theirs that you still have, or writing a letter to them and then burning it. Because I'm seeing that for some of you you might not have the closure that you truly want, and that might be keeping you keeping you from truly moving on. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. You might have a fear of opening up. You might have a fear of being honest about how you truly feel about the situation. And if that's true, you need to be open and honest. And so vulnerability is something that is calling your name in 2023, okay? Not being afraid of your partner, because I know how scary that can be. My camera's going to cut me out, so let me reset. Okay, so yes, oopsies. Some of you might be going on a date. Others of you, I'm seeing those question cards that they have about for date night. So some of you might just want to set a goal next year to try to disconnect more from technology and spend more one-on-one time doing things that you both enjoy, like playing a board game, or just connecting on a deeper level. Okay. Let's get your financial blessings for 2023 for my pile 3s. Some of you might be taking a belated honeymoon, or just like a honeymoon in general, or a baby moon. I don't know. Sometime in 2023. Let's see, 2023 financial. Interesting. Okay, so we have savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and a path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Some of you even might be taking a hiatus from your primary source of income, and so this might be so at some point in 2023, maybe you might not even want to. Like maybe it's something that you need to do for health reasons, and so this might be an indicator that you need to start saving now for a big purchase, or just to prepare for that time in 2023. 2023. Conscious consumerism. It says, you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. Trying to minimize the clutter is something that you're going to be focused on. Getting rid of things that you no longer need. Maybe even possibly some of you might get into reselling. Either on Facebook Marketplace or on eBay, things that maybe are of value. And it sounds like a waste of time, but it honestly, like, there are some things that I donate, but my partner actually started doing it, and now I'm kind of doing it alongside with him, and it's actually really fun, and it's something that you can do together. I know that's not super related, but being more mindful of your purchases in general, okay? Okay, we have another card. We have release jealousy. So this says, jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Essentially, jealousy comes out when you also, like, on a subconscious level, might not think that you deserve it. And it's almost like looking through like a window. And there might be some healing, again, that needs to happen there. We also have dreams of abundance. Dreams of abundance. Abundance might be something that you're manifesting in 2023. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. I'm going to do something a little bit different with this group. Well, you know what? I'm just going to add a different, like an additional oracle card. But first, I want to get the crystal or crystals. I try to get a couple that are calling your name in 2023. So if if something comes up and you know what, you see it, you can buy it, or you know what, you can add it to your wish list. Pile 3, I saw 444. I buy camera. There was a big pile of cards that just fell. I can't take all of you. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I really wish. Some of you might be writing, or even like doing like a documentary. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but that could apply for maybe some of you. Okay, we have 2 here that decided to grace us with their presence. We have this one. It's such a beautiful stone. It's called chrysocolla. It says, chrysocolla forms near copper ore deposits, hence its wavy blue-green swirls left behind by the oxidized metal. Like other materials associated with copper, think telephone wires, chrysocolla opens up channels of clear communication. What did we just have? Clear communication, okay? Your communication skills are in need of improvement, but I also think that it's something that you are going to find yourself just actively doing, okay? Because I'm going to put these seeds in your head, and then over time, in 2023, you're going to be seeing signs and synchronicities of these aforementions, and then you're going to be like, oh wait, yeah, exactly. Anyhow, who needs it? Anyone entangled in the 24/7 fear cycle propagated by the political media complex, those who can never find the right words. Again, social media is very exhausting and it can take out a lot of energy. So maybe keeping this in your media room, near your computer, etc. It says, hold it to your high heart and breathe. When to use it? When you feel small and vulnerable and are looking for someone to parent you. But then you remember that you're a grown-up. But it's cool because you totally got this. Be your own mama. Oh my God, that is so cute. But like the fun mom. You're the fun mom. Okay. And next we have her. Ooh, meteorite. Some of you might be like conspiracy. Like you might really fall in tune with conspiracy theories. Meteorites are extraterrestrial rocks flung from space. They've been carbon dated to the beginning of time, i.e., even older than our sun. Meteorites come in three forms: nickel iron, chondrites, and palladites infused with radiant peridot. Who needs it? Children of the stars. Where to put it? Wherever you gaze towards distant constellations, with or without opening your eyes. When to use it? When you're looking to conduct more spiritual energy, try nickel iron meteorite. When you're looking to chat with a friend in another galaxy, go with chondrite meteorite. When you want to feel aligned to that universal energy that pulsates through everything, try palladium meteorite. Connect to your star stuff. You might also be inclined to look up your stars, like your star chart, your natal chart, and start to learn more about the constellations and the planets and their placements at the time of your birth. You can find out a lot about yourself, and it's honestly a very cathartic experience. I did say I wanted to pull a specific card, and that is going to be from a dream deck. So let's see if there's maybe a dream that keeps popping up in some way, shape, or form that has some sort of theme about your finances in 2023. What dreams are going to be popping up? Ooh, okay. I'm going to get one more. Okay. So the first one is a house. Intruders. A house or home can represent your ego or inner wound or inner world. So intruders or burglars usually indicate that a deep transformation is taking place or is needed. You may feel deeply insecure, especially if you don't know who this intruder is. Perhaps you need to take measures to build your confidence. There may be particular aspects of yourself that you don't feel comfortable with. If so, acknowledge what they are and work out a way of dealing with them. A variation of this dream carrying a similar meaning is trying to hold a door shut to keep someone out, or knowing that someone else is in your house without your say-so. If you wake feeling anxious, this suggests that the problem is quite severe. Spend some time in self-reflection to identify what's troubling you deep down, and then ask yourself what steps are needed to find calm, peace, serenity. So intruders. And that this transformation might be something that is coming in 2023, okay? Oh, I will, in case you want to just take a screenshot of this for later, and I'll also hold it these two up. I didn't think to do that in my last couple, but it's okay. I think it's really cool with this card how they give the 3 types of meteorite, because I wouldn't have known that otherwise. All right, and now we have, ooh. So we have teeth falling out, and this is actually a top 10 dream. Teeth falling out may suggest fear of aging or feeling unattractive or unappealing in some way. It can also symbolize fear of losing something or someone important to your emotional or material survival. After all, without teeth, you can't eat and nourish yourself. The Tooth Fairy Association links this dream with money. Ooh, look at that, with money too. So there may be a reference to financial concerns. Teeth are symbols of viability or even sometimes power. Hence, this dream might suggest you're feeling neglected, frustrated, overlooked, or inferior in some way. Maybe there are basic actions you ought or want to take, but can't because you feel ill-equipped. It could be that this disturbing dream scenario wants to shock you into having more belief in yourself and being more assertive. It's also worth noting that in Chinese tradition, teeth crumbling or falling out is associated with telling lies or not being true to yourself. So ask yourself, because we do have the moon and the high priestess, so you might be trying to sugarcoat the truth, or you might feel like someone else is sugarcoating it to you, and therefore it's taking a toll on your self-worth in some way, shape, or form. Okay. All right. Now I want to get a card about how you're transforming in 2023, what the biggest transformation, or how you're going to see the biggest transformation. We had one card. I'm going to get one more. I'm tired. I thought I had the book. I don't need to reference. Oh, I found it. Okay. So this is gratitude and thanks, expressing gratitude for what it is that you already have. Maybe you're noticing that your material surroundings are transforming around you as well. This is giving me Empress vibes. I am so sorry if the cards got all messed up. Let me know if you like the other way, because I do for the sake of the cards. But if you don't mind, then I don't mind. Excuse me. I thought this was earth energy, but maybe it's air energy. Yeah, it is air energy. It's easy to take the good things for granted, especially at times when the bad stuff is overwhelming. But those are the moments when it is the most important to pause and give thanks for what it is that you do have instead of dwelling on what you don't. If you're dealing with a health issue, focus on the parts of your body that work correctly, or thank the ones with issues for doing the best you can under the circumstances. Don't have enough money? Be grateful for what you do have, and especially give thanks to the people who are there for you in both good times and bad. Scientific studies have proven that an attitude of gratitude is actually healthy, but you already knew that, didn't you? Sometimes we just need that little reminder to be grateful and say thank you. What are you grateful for? Spend 5 minutes a day, maybe when you first wake up or right before you fall asleep, listing all the things in your life that you're thankful for, including all the people. They don't have to be big things. A purring cat, a beautiful sunset, enough food to eat, someone letting you cut ahead in the checkout line. Anything that made your life even the teeniest, tiniest bit better. Do this for a week and see if you feel better, at least more aware of how much good there is in your life. it's probably, or if you pull this card, it's a reminder to say thank you. Thank you to the gods and goddesses of the universe, the people in your life, even to yourself for all your hard work, and just for getting out of bed in the morning on the days when that seems nearly impossible. Ask yourself if you have been cultivating an attitude of gratitude, or instead, you've been focusing on the negative and forgetting to be grateful for all that is positive. Whew! That was a handful. We got this for another pile as well. Regeneration and rebirth. Reinvention and rebirth. And so certain chapters in your life in 2023 might be coming to a close. That could even be relative to different phases of development, because I know for some, like menopause can be very, very difficult. So some of you might be just grappling with changes in your in your world, okay? And obviously changes happen every day, but sometimes the larger shifts are ending for a reason. And basking in that energy of a new beginning, of a new chapter opening, is definitely going to help you heal in 2023. I want to see, I already read this for another pile, but I'm going to read like the first part, but I won't read all of it. I really thought this was water, and I can't find it, and it's frustrating. You'd think I'd remember. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Oh, it's the last one. Duh. Okay. I just want to make sure that you guys see that. Okay. I'm actually not going to read it. I take it back. Because I do want to finish with some other cards. So any last blessings for pile 3? Last blessings for pile 3 2023. Last blessings, any last messages for pile 3 2023. Pile 3 2023. Pile 3. Okay, we got a lot there. I'm just going to take all of them. Okay, so the first one is change. As with falling leaves, embrace the change around you. Even though change is scary and uncomfortable, it's for the better at times. We have forgiveness. This is probably one of the hardest things life asks of you. It says a crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. Even if that means these people or this person is no longer in your life, it's going to allow you to move on, giving yourself, again, that slice of closure. We have persevere. Leave no stone unturned. Perseverance is something you're going to need in 2023 to deal with all these changes. But I think this perseverance is a lot more prominent than you believe. We also have weed. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. So those boundaries are going to be your best friend. And you don't have to be mean to assert yourself and to assert your boundaries, but it is important that you stand up for yourself. And that, my friend, is going to be the lesson you are learning the most in 2023. Thank you so much for listening. Give this a like if it resonated, and subscribe if you want to see more pick a card readings like this one. All right, toodles!